Alright, interns, so right now we're going to go over progressions of the deadlift and stiff-legged deadlift. There is a big difference, and we're going to go into that shortly. Obviously, with the deadlift, it's one of our core exercises that we like to implement in our camps, whether it's high school or our college prep camps. So what we're going to do, the basic one that we're going to start with is the kettlebell deadlift. So we're going to use one to start off initially. So a couple key things, no matter what deadlift we're doing, type of deadlift we're doing, the key is going to be just position. So obviously here, you want feet underneath your hips, okay, chest up, alright, really tighten your lats. It's something a lot of people forget. You need to be strong in your upper back. And you're just going to push through your heels in that position, drive up, and bring your hips through. Come down, and then drive up, just like that. And obviously, depending on what you're trying to accomplish, anywhere from 10 to 20 reps. Now, as they get proficient at that, okay, then we can go to doubles. So doubles, the same thing. Only slight difference is going to be your foot position. Okay, just because of the width of the double kettlebell, you're going to turn your feet out in the sumo position. So it's basically going to make it where a little more hip activation is going to occur, which is fine, okay, especially with the adductors. So once again, my chest is up, okay, tight back, okay, lock out my arms, and I'm going to push through with my heels, and come back down just like that. Okay, so that's the double kettlebell traditional deadlift. Alright? Eventually we want to get to a point when we want to get our athletes to the trap bar or the straight bar. Alright, so the trap bar, as you see, come over here, the main couple things here, okay? With this, you want to make sure that your ankle joint, alright, is aligned, it's dissected by the middle of the trap bar, okay? Once you're in that position, you have the chest up here, once again, same form and motion as the previous two exercises, and just lift and then drive up. Okay, and then come back up, just like that. Then you go one more and then back down. Okay, this is the easier one to teach as opposed to the traditional deadlift, just because there's less variables involved. Okay, so that's why we use this first. Okay, and then the final one, progression, is straight bar. Okay, and that's what we want to do eventually with all our athletes to get them to the point where they can do that. Alright, now, certain things are going to affect that. If you have someone that's really tall, this might be difficult for them. You might have to raise the bar by putting glute pads underneath it. Okay, but initially don't worry about that. Okay, a couple ways you can do it. You can go traditional, where our feet are kind of underneath our hips. Okay, main thing, hips need to be low. Okay, so obviously a lot of times you see high hips. You do that position, the problem with that's going to be you're going to pull with your upper, with your low back. That's not good. Okay, so you want to drop your hips. Okay, lock in your lats again, chest up, then pull, push through the heels, bring the hips through, and then come back down. Once again, drive through, come up, and then come back down. Okay, if you have someone kind of short or really good, has really good mobility in their hips, they can go sumo position. Okay, so now the feet are wide and the hands are inside. Alright, just like this. And once again, this requires a lot of hip mobility. So if they have that, they can utilize that. So chest up here, feet are turned out, and then just drive through. Alright, and once again, you're going to get a little emphasis on those adductors and quads. Okay, so that's the progression with the traditional two-legged deadlift. So you have kettlebells, strap bar, straight bar. Okay, now the final thing to go over is going to be the stiff-legged RDL. Okay. With the traditional deadlift now, we're working both front side and back side, so quads, glutes, and hammies. Okay? When you go to stiff-legged deadlift, you take the quads out of the equation. Okay? So now you're hinging from the hip. Alright, so I'm going to go double leg. So once again, knees are slightly bent, and then once you start, okay, you can fix. Just like that, and as you come up, squeeze your glutes. Okay? Once you extend your hips, really get those glutes involved. Coming down, coming up. Okay. Now we can go one leg, single leg. Okay, now this has a stability component. We have to put all that energy and that stability on that one leg. In from the hips again, and then come back up. Okay. Common mistake we'll see a lot in our athletes is the weight far away from the body. Once that occurs, again, now we're trying to hinge with our low back. That's not what we want to do. The back's supposed to stabilize, not to move. Okay, so there you go. And then you can do the same thing with a straight bar, either double leg and then single leg. Okay, so that's our basic progressions. We got traditional deadlifts, stiff-legged deadlifts. All right, and you progress from there, kettlebells, and then on to the bars. Okay, so review that, and if you have any questions, when you come back or come to me, let me know.